Hello and welcome back. Happy Monday. How are you doing today, Sarah?
So good. Oh, I love this time of year.
Oh my gosh, me too. It's so cozy and warm. I started my morning this morning with my son by the fire, like an electric one, but it was still so cozy.
Oh,
Love it.
I love it. I went for a walk with the dog and everything, just the colors are just amazing.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It really, really is. Um, Today, Sarah and I are so excited to talk about this topic, and it's something that everyone I think needs to sit down and think about for a bit, and knowing your worth, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And knowing your worth, and knowing what it is that you do in your time is very precious and very valuable, and what you have to offer is worthy. So that's our topic today, and we want to elaborate on that with you.
Yeah, it's so important, right? And it's not just in business, it's in all areas of your life. It's in relationships, the way that you talk to yourself and with, weight loss or whatever it is that you do, knowing your worthiness.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, through everything that we do in life, sometimes we go about it with knowing and thinking and being present in the thoughts. And other times, as you know, we're stuck in a habitual thing and we just do things and continue to do them. Um, but we don't realize, the thought that we have about that certain thing. So, this has just came up in my life. I think it comes up all the time where I'm learning more and more how worthy I am and how valuable I am. And I think everybody does. Um, but it's just stopping and looking at what it is you're doing, what you provide. Like Sarah said, in all areas of your life, in your business, for your family, and your friendships. Like, don't take that light, right? Every relationship that you have with whoever is very, very valuable, and you have to know your worth in every area of your life.
Yep, absolutely. And that includes your business, right? Like people are always looking for a discount, right? But you don't discount your services because you need the sale, because you need the money. That's showing that that's showing not only yourself but them that you don't really know your worthiness, right? So everybody wants a deal. It doesn't matter what it is that you sell, everybody wants a deal. And so pricing yourself accordingly is key to business and standing by your grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, yeah, we all need the sales and we all need to make money, but you know what it is that you bring to the table, and you know what it is that happens on the back end. They don't know, right? So this is where perspective comes into play. They don't know what you do on the back end that makes you so good at what you do. I love that TikTok is that song where it's like you know why does the cost so much, and it's like because it takes me fucking hours, and I'm like yep, it's so true, right? Like it takes like it's a whole day of work, and if you're not getting paid what you're worth, are you going to be excited to show up tomorrow? Probably not.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's when you start to, like Sarah just said, price yourself accordingly for whatever it is that you do. But then when somebody says to you, can I, cut it in half, and would you still do it for me? It's that point of your decision where you think, you know, I know what I'm worth. I know that all of my time and everything I do for what it is that I do is very valuable. It's in that moment, in that decision, where you know your worth even more. Because if you say, yeah, I'll do it for you, that person, right? They're showing you that they think you're not worth it as
Yep.
much, because they're saying, like, cut that service in half and still provide 100%. But when in those moments happen in your business, and these moments happen, they come, and they have to be decided on. But when you make those moments, a decision of, no, this is my product and my service, this is how much I charge because it's worth that, and you stand your ground, you yourself have very, very, like, a big emotion of power, because this is what I'm stern on it. Like, I give all of my heart, all of my time, all of my investments into this. That's what a lot of people don't see too, right? Is you're investing nonstop into your business, and that's making you even more valuable. So know your worth. And when somebody doesn't agree on what it is that maybe your package is, yes, you can negotiate, but still know your worth
Yeah.
when you're doing that.
Don't discount yourself, right? Because if you give 50%, you're only going to show up 50%, right? But like Kaylee says, you want to give your all. You put your heart and soul into it, whether you sell soap or candy or, coaching, you give it your all. So if you discount yourself, you're doing a disservice to that client because you're not going to give it your all. You're not going to show up as your true self because you feel like you only took the job because you needed the money, right? So you discounted yourself, and that's not knowing your self-worth.
And when you make decisions on knowing your worth, I think it makes you have like you just feel so accomplished, you feel so powerful because no matter what, somebody's going to want my product or service, and this is what it is. And if you stand your ground, you're going to give that product and service that much attention, that much value for every single person that wants it. Right? If you start negotiating things, and for one person, you know what, you're a good friend, I'll do this for you, which still happens, but that's your decision and that's your choice, right? So when you make decisions on everything in your life, I think that one thought always comes into play of, am I worth this? Like, should I say yes or should I say no to it? And that's in all areas. Like, for instance, right, if your best friend starts up a business, example, photography business, oh my gosh, can you take pictures of me and my family? Like, that would be so cool. Well, then here you not thinking, this person with this new photography business is taking all of these free photo shoots for their favorite best friend, and they're not making any money, but here you are with 50 pictures of fall with your family, and they didn't get anything for it. So no, it doesn't matter if it's your best friend, it's an acquaintance that you've had for years. Know everybody's worth, not just your own, but the people that are around you too. Be cautious of their worth, because they're worth just as much as you are.
Yep, absolutely. And I love that analogy too, right? It's like, well, why can't you just give it to me? I've known you for this long. Well, because if everything was handed us to in life, it wouldn't be exciting, right? We'd all be fat and spoiled, and it'd be an episode of WALL-E. You seen that movie?
No.
Oh gosh, watch it with Noah tonight.
I'll have to.
Like,
I
that's our
feel like I haven't seen any movie that people are like, have you seen that? I no. But I'll have to
so
watch
young.
it.
Yeah. It's on Disney, I think. It's a good
Oh.
one. But if everything was handed to us, then there would be no competition. There would be no excitement. There would be nothing. It would be dull and boring life, right?
Yeah.
So most people go through that, just wanting everything handed to them. You can see how unhappy those people are. The people who are on welfare and assistance, they're unhappy because they get that money handed to them. They don't have to work for it, right? But then, of course, there's people out there who are working their asses off who are unhappy because they don't have a purpose. Know your worth, right? When you know your worth and what it is, it blows my mind. Bob Proctor said this today. I was doing a lesson in the program that I'm doing, lesson 8. Praxis, and he said, if we knew what we were capable of, we would astound ourselves. He's like, we have so much energy in our pinky finger that we could illuminate a room for like an entire week. Like, that's how much energy you have in you, but we allow those thoughts to create our actions and our emotions, which create a result, and we live on this loop. Literally, if you looked at us as a machine, like a computer, we are literally living on a programmed loop. every single day. It is somebody who pushes play every single morning when you wake up, and it's the same fucking loop every single day. And unless you get off that loop or just take a different path, nothing is going to change. And that's where a purpose comes in. And 98% of the population don't have a purpose. They don't know how to have a purpose. They truly believe that they are here to work, diet, spend money, pay bills, and die.
Yep. And that's how a lot of people live.
Yeah.
Right? Until they make that decision that maybe I should change, or something happens in their miraculous mind where they say, no, I know my worth now. Right? And they make that
voice. Yeah. That little voice in the back of your head that says you can. That's not there. That's there to push you forward. That is your true higher self saying, I'm stuck. Get off this loop. Jump off the path. Climb the mountain. That little I can is more powerful than the 98% of I can't. I'm not worth it. I'm too fat. I'm too tired. I can't do it. And I got to go to work and I got to pay the bills and the bills are due and the credit cards are due. That I can in there is fighting its way out to live and to breathe and to breathe life into you. Because at the end of the day, when we are on our deathbed, we are not going to give a shit about the bills. Okay? We're not going to give a shit about the bills that need to be paid because they're going to be paid when you're dead. Somebody else is going to pay them.
It's true. Right? It happens. You have the power of infinity within you. Yep. Every single person does. And right now, whether you know it or not, you're giving the megaphone to either the negative or the positive in your mind. And that's what's speaking the loudest in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead, Sarah.
No, go ahead.
So I was going to say, choose. Like, what are you giving the megaphone to in your mind? What thought are you giving it to? Because if you sit with yourself in silence, and not a lot of people do because they say it's so noisy in their mind. If you sit with yourself in silence for even 20 minutes and just think and pay attention to the thoughts you're having, if they're more positive or negative, no, you're controlling that.
Oh, you know what's happening right now? Oh, Kaylee, I don't have 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Who has 20 minutes to just sit in their thoughts?
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody does, right?
I'm going to give you the fucking secret. Pay attention. Turn everything else down and turn this up. I'm going to give you the exact secret that you're looking for. Everybody wants that secret to success. I'm going to give it to you. Hire a fucking mentor. Okay? If you want peak performance, Tony Robbins said this. There was an ad that just popped up on my Facebook and it was brilliant. How do people get into peak performance? They hire a coach. This is not a new concept. People think it's a new concept because we're in this new age where everything's online and everybody's a coach. It is not a new concept. The first person to ever practice medicine had to hand that information down to somebody else. Okay? The first woman to ever give birth had to hand that information down to the next woman that was pregnant. A doula is a mentor or a coach. It's a birthing coach, right? Gymnastics people had to learn it and they hand it down to other people and they teach gymnastics, golf, sales, money, machinery. It is not a new concept. So get your head out of your ass, put the ego aside, and hire somebody who has the results that you're looking for and who's on that higher level. Because what's going to happen is they're going to bring you to that level. They want to hand down a legacy to them, to the next person. And it's the reason why Tony Robbins fucking sells out. Why 400,000 people showed up to his virtual event. Because they want to learn from him because he has the results. He's created millionaires.
And then the next thing is, oh my gosh, Sarah, I don't have any money. I can't invest in that. Listen, you're spending the money on shit you don't need.
Yep.
When's the last time you went to the store and half of the cart you really didn't need? You just wanted it. Yep. So what's the difference? What do you want for your life? Yep. If you want a better life, put your money where it's going to work for you, where it's going to change your life, where it's actually going to do something. not
Mhm.
into half a cart that you buy every time you go to the store that you don't actually need. You just want it.
How much do you throw
That's
out at the end of the week?
what's that,
How much
Sarah?
do you throw out at the end of the week?
Right?
How many times do you go through your pantry and you throw out expired stuff? Learn how to fucking budget meals.
Mm-hmm.
Create a meal plan. There, creating a meal plan will help you to save money. But people don't want to do that because they're too fucking lazy to write down what we're going to eat every day. We're just going to go blind and then we're just going to eat what we feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, the economy, Sarah. Right now, the economy is crashing. Do you know how many millionaires came out of the Great Depression? It was the most iconic time in history. And guess what? We are repeating that. We are in the largest wealth transfer in human kind. If you are not taking advantage of this right now, you are fucking sleepwalking. Open up your eyes, figure something out. I'm watching people. I follow people. I love ambitious people. I follow the people who make the soap and the candy and the mugs and all these crazy things. And I follow and I watch them because they're ambitious and they know that people are always going to buy stuff because we feel, as a human being, we feel like the more stuff we have, the more fulfilled and the more self-worth we are going to feel. Right? But it's not the stuff, but people are going to continue to buy it. That's why people are making so much money on Amazon off of crap they're buying from China. Right? That's why people are making so much money on coaching because they're teaching people how to create wealth. And that's what Kaylee and I do. We teach you how to create wealth out of nothing. Out of nothing. And we have a member who had no purpose. She had no idea what it is that she wanted to do. And she came to me and she was broke and broken. She was so broken inside, like it was heartbreaking to listen to. And she is not even 4 months into this coaching with us. And she has a definite purpose now. And she's created a brick and mortar business and she's about to hit 5 figures. She's never hit 5 figures in her life and she's about to hit it. But she had no idea what she wanted to do. And so we walk you through that step by step. Everybody's like, oh, just give me the step. Give me the step. We're giving you the fucking step. Like, seriously, we're giving it to you. You just have to make the decision to put one foot in front of the other and decide, do you want to continue on this path? Or do you want to, because there's 2 hards, continue on this path and continue living the same day in and day out, doing the exact same routine, with the same amount of money that's coming in, and hopefully hope one day you win the lottery. Okay. Or the second hard, which has this equal amount of energy, is step out the beaten path and try something and invest in yourself. Invest. Investing is something that always brings you an ROI, return on investment. There's a difference between debt and investing. Debt is when you go out and you get your nails done and you get your hair done and you buy all this shit. That's fucking debt because once it's spent, it's gone. Investing is something that brings money into you. So businesses are always investing in their business because it creates a return on investment.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sarah. I'm out.
And there is always a way to do it. There's always a way. You find a way right now for all of the things that you want in your life. You don't go without it, right? Because you find a way. It's important to you. It's just really this simple. And this is what I got from my business coach and mentor. Every single morning when you wake up, picture yourself getting out of bed and you're standing at a crossroad. And that crossroad has 2 roads. We all know what a crossroad looks like. You go right or left. A fork in the road, same thing. If you look right, it's the exact same path you've been on for the last 15 years that you're tired of, that you're broken in, that you don't want anymore. You can go that way. Or you can make the decision and go left. And it's the road that you've always wanted, where your dreams are there. Your happy children, you can hear them laughing. You're living in that dream home. You're making memories. You're never missing a fucking Christmas because you have to work. You're not missing holidays. You're not missing a first day of school. You're not missing anything. It's the life of your dreams, everything you dream of. And you can go down that road. Which road are you going to go down? Because that's the ultimate question every single morning that you open your eyes. And the best part is, it's your choice.
Yep. And everybody is going right. Go to a mall and stand at the entrance of the mall and just watch people as they come in and which direction that they go. Most people go right. They follow the right in the mall.
It's the norm.
Yep.
People follow the norm.
Yep.
And is that you? Because guess what? This topic fits perfect with it. Know your worth. You are not here. You're not put on this earth to grow up, pay bills, fucking die.
Yeah.
It's not why you're here.
You
are
know,
worth a life of everything you've ever wanted.
but also, what are your children's worth? Right? This is what boggles my mind. I don't have children. It's not something I ever wanted to have. I didn't have that mother instinct. But I look at people who I speak to every single day, and you have kids and you tell them that they can be, do, and have whatever they want, and that they're going to grow up to be whatever it is that they want to be. But at some point in their life, you're going to tell them to get their head out of the clouds and to get to work. And then that the dreams die. And then they're going to pass that on to your grandkids. And they're going to pass that on to your great grandkids. So your kids are going to inherit what you don't do. So you have to change. If you want your kids to do better, and I hear this all the time, I just want my better for my kids. Your parents just wanted better for you, but you followed in their footsteps, right? If you're a doctor, most likely there was a doctor in your family, right? Or if you were a gymnast, they're most likely a gymnast or a hockey player, right? They follow. My dad was a workaholic. I became a workaholic because our parents are our heroes. It doesn't matter if they're drug addicts and they abuse you, they still look up to you. They still look up to you. And when mom or dad comes back from rehab, they're so excited to see you. Or they come back from prison, they're so excited to see you. Right? So they're going to inherit what you do. So you need to ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now setting up that future for my kids and my grandkids? Because if you truly want better for them, you have to take a hard look in the mirror and look at your self-worth.
And that's as simple as it is. It's knowing your worth in all areas of your life, and your personal life with your family, and your relationships with your friends, your spouse, and your business and your job. It's literally in every area of your life that you need to look yourself in the mirror, give yourself a hard look and say, am I worth more? And even if you're living a great life, you are still worth more because you have so much potential. So the answer is always yes, I'm worth more. I'm worthy of everything I've ever wanted. And you need to know that. You need to believe that deep down into your soul. So when somebody comes along and says, I'll give you this, and it's not in line with what you know you're worth, it's easy and effortlessly for you to say, thanks, but no, I'm going to pass.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like when you know your self-worth, you will price yourself accordingly for your product and your service.
Absolutely.
And people will know.
Absolutely. And you'll feel good because you know and you believe it and you know what you have is worth it.
Yep.
So take a peek at yourself this week. Sit down with yourself and look at all areas of your life. See if you truly believe your worth. And if not, make some changes. If you've never thought about this and you've never thought about a better life, start with that. Think about your dream life. And if you need to talk to somebody to make this happen and make some magic happen in your head and make those ideas bigger and brighter, we are here for you. Send us an email whenever you want at info@asodproteam.com. And if you have any questions, any comments, anything that you want to chat with us about, send us an email there. And besides that, have an absolutely amazing weekend. Make some amazing memories this week. Get out there, do things that you love to do, and take care.
Bye.
See ya.